I'm Bob Boldon. I'm here with head football coach Tim Albin. Check out some plays. Teach us some football.
Well, I got a couple plays here. Thanks for having me on here this morning. This first play is, I believe, an offensive clip. It is at Syracuse. The data up in the top left of the screen gives down second down and 10. It looks like right here. We're running a simple little what appears to be a simple option play. A little history on this. The first couple clips of this with the quarterback and the tailback. They do this footwork probably 40 times a game. All right. Okay. And we are a big inside zone team, not to be too technical, but we are a big inside zone team. And when, especially our Tennessee.
Hold on right there. What does that mean to the average person like me, a basketball coach?
So inside zone to the right without getting too technical. All right. Our offensive line we're going to zone block going to the right. All right. Usually the center and right guard are responsible for the A gap defenders. It could be a D lineman and a linebacker, but they're going to combination and double team up to what is essentially the A gap. All right. And then your tackle / tight end, which we don't have a tight end in the core here. He's split out, but the tackle is responsible for C gap. All right. Okay. And so the backside left guard in this case and the left tackle are responsible for the backside A and the backside B gap. Okay. So this is something that we do. Again, I'm going to say, if you count the play action stuff and the wrinkles off of it, 40 times out of a 70 play game. Okay. 40 snaps are going to start and look just like this. The tailback's going to be in what we call the dot, made famous by Nevada back in the day. They call it pistol, but we call it dot. Okay, so the tailback's in the I formation, but we're in shotgun. That's what that is.
So I don't know if you can say this, but like what is this called? Like when your quarterback calls the play, what is this formation called? What's the play called? How do you guys know?
Here's how I'm going to answer that. It's classified. I can tell you.
That's fair.
But then I'd have to kill you.
I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen.
No, but we have.
But there's a formation like in the huddle. These guys know, so we're going right to this spot.
Like this, I'm going to say this right here. Formation wise is pretzel right.
Okay.
We have a couple different ways to get to this formation. Sure. Right triple. We have different ways because nobody huddles. So you have a lot of times you have a lot of different verbiage to get to the same thing. So they're not hearing the same thing.
Right.
If that makes sense,
right? Yeah. I mean, because I've always wondered that, you got all the guys over there in the orange shirts doing like they're landing an airplane.
Right.
And then somehow you guys know what you're doing and you're trying to do this without the 11 guys that are just maybe feet away from you.
Right.
Right. Because back in the day, you huddled 10 feet behind the line, ready break. Everybody runs up to the line, you run the play. That sort of football isn't seen much anymore.
No.
You guys have this way of, I don't want to know what exactly you say, but like, as you mentioned, you have a couple of different ways to get guys where they're supposed to be that doesn't tip off what you're trying to do.
We certainly do that. And when we do, again, runs, we have different ways to call the runs. Mm-hmm. Same thing with pass protections. And we have 5 or 6 or 7 different pass protections. And if you just have 2 different ways on 7, that's 14. Right. So you got to be careful. You can't get too cute.
Right.
Because if a guy's mind, gets overloaded, it freezes up, mm-hmm. and a frozen mind does nothing. Is what I tell the guys all the time. So you gotta find the balance.
Yeah. So I'm gonna snap it, and then tell me what your quarterback. What is he doing? What is he looking at? What is he thinking about?
So the footwork here. The linebackers see this again. I'm going to say 40 times.
Yeah.
All right.
So now they don't know.
That's correct. That's correct.
So you've frozen them 5-6 yards off the line.
And also to stop inside zone, you want vertical distortion. Like right there, you have that is some vertical distortion the wrong way for our offense. Mm-hmm. There's a guy that's causing penetration.
Right.
And you don't want that in inside zone. Right. You want your O line to get vertical distortion the other way towards Syracuse. Right. All right. So. From a linebacker standpoint, when they see inside zone, they want to punch their gaps. This linebacker's got B. I got B. I want to go. This linebacker has either A or B on the front side, the center right guard, which I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
So he wants to step up. And this play is like a double move off of a slant play. You know, if you've watched NFL or you watch college, high school, you run a 3-step slant. And when the defensive guys are breaking on the ball and go to intercept it, or the receiver, as soon as he catches it, is getting hit in the back, you want to run slant and go. It's called double move.
Right.
All right? To run slant, you got to run what they call sluggo, okay, is a common term for slant and go. All right? This option play is a double move off our number one running play. 40 times, there's 70 plays in a game usually. 40 times the linebackers see that and they step up. And when the linebackers are stepping up so violently, it's causing us to not gain 4 yards or so on inside zone. This is something that we go to that slows them down. Okay, you run sluggo so you can catch the slant when you on 3rd and 6 and there's room.
Right.
All right, so the DB is like worried about breaking too soon because it might be a slant and go.
Right.
All right, this is the same. This is the same principle. All right, so we fake inside zone, as you see, both linebackers. They are at the whatever yard line that is. That is the 41 41. Okay, they both take 3 steps up towards the line of scrimmage. All right, right. They are now can be captured by our offensive fronts. There's our center. He's going to slip up, and he is going to try to do left arm leverage and keep this linebacker from going this way. That's where the ball's going. This left tackle is going to get this. He steps up 3 steps. This tackle is going to get left arm leverage and try to keep this linebacker from going towards the ball. All right, and so it looks clearly here like man coverage, man, 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 one high safety. So right now, from a pre-snap, the ball is not snapped. Our quarterback knows, all right, hey, if we get to this play at the line of scrimmage, this defender right here has to make the tackle. And if he misses the tackle and we execute, it should be a big play,
right?
Which you're going to see. So, that's a long history on this play, but it's very important because Syracuse studies our offense. This is the first game of the year. They had studied all of our film in the summer.
Sure.
They know this is our number one thing. So they say, you want to stop your opponent's number one thing. You want to have a plan. Their plan, okay. So they step up. There's the center. There's our tackle. Right. Okay, now the quarterback goes through this footwork, and now we don't block the end man line of scrimmage. He is our pitch key. Well, so the quarterback's going to attack this defender, all right, on the defender's outside shoulder to try to force the ball being pitched. And if that defender feathers or shuffles away from the quarterback and try to slow him down, the quarterback steps on the pitch key's toes, and he'll deliver the ball like he does here, or he'll pump it, fake the pitch, and duck it up inside there. Okay? And so this is a great execution. Great job by the center and tackle. Now, our tackle's fighting hard for keeping his left arm leverage right here. All right? Let's go to the quarterback. I'm going to slow it down. Outside shoulder. Okay? Parker feels that the defender is close enough. He delivers the ball. This is very critical here by Trey. Great job of him showing inside zone and then bursting and getting separation from the quarterback, because if the quarterback is too close to the pitch person, in this case Trey, the ball comes as a hot potato. Right. That's hard to catch a ball. If I'm pitching the ball to you and I flip it very hard, it's hard to catch a ball this close. Sure. So Trey's got to do a great job of getting separation. He does that. Parker says, I'm going to pitch it nice and soft. Look at that. That's beautiful. That is done textbook. I mean, I'm from Oklahoma, so I grew up with the Wishbone Oklahoma Sooners and all that. Okay, back in the day. But that is, textbook. As you see, when Trey gets the ball, he is even with the quarterback. I mean, that is done, very, very, at a very high level. And it's very important, especially when you're running this play into the boundary, because every inch counts. All right? So there's the ball. And there's, there's our left tackle, and I was sitting right here on the sideline thinking, don't hold him. Because the guy's going, he's trying to show, he's holding me. Right there. And but he's not holding him because the official didn't throw a flag. So I believe him. In this case, I believe him.
Believe him?
Yeah, on this case. Yes. In this case. All right. So, so again, we have got great angles. It's a double move off our number one play. It's man coverage. Great job. You got to have option plays that are successful. You got to do the things I talked about, execution, but then you got to have great perimeter blocking. Rodney Harris here, Princeton High School, Cincinnati. Great job on his guy. Bang, ball's on the outside hand. That's less trouble here. Right. The bad guys are in here. There's the high safety, who's a really good player, number 0. Takes the poor angle, and Trey outruns the angle. So it's very, very great execution. All right, we should give the ball to the official and celebrate with our teammates.
Can you go back to the beginning?
I can.
How do you decide when you're in a situation? You said you're running it into the boundary.
Yeah.
How do you decide which way? Like, would the play have been as successful if you came this way?
Okay. Versus this particular defensive front, it would, but and the defense is really for this play is balanced on both sides. You're going to be short one man on this guy. All right.
Right.
So the ball is dead on the ball it's in the left. What I would say left middle. And I'm probably splitting hairs. The middle's probably like right there. I mean, you're talking about 2 yards.
Yeah.
So it's really, I said left side, but it's left middle. All right. But the ball should get to the perimeter. There's only one bad guy here.
So that there's guys down here.
Yeah, there's 3 guys there. That's right. Yeah.
But you also got more defense.
That's right. That's right. So
you can run it into the boundary where there's less defense.
That's correct. Based on the defensive leverage. That's right. Like if this safety would, like if we're going to double Rodney Harris. We're man coverage, but he's so good that we're going to cheat to this single receiver because he's really good. Right. That happens a lot. Chase, Chase, for the Bengals. Chase, what's Chase's last? Yeah, Jamar Chase. I can't believe I said that. But there's a safety over Jamar Chase all the time.
Right.
And when there's not, that's where the ball goes.
Right.
Because he's really, really good. All right. If the safety was doing that and would cheat to Rodney, we would run to the bottom.
And would that be a decision your quarterback makes?
That is correct.
From the sideline?
That is right.
So he's doing all these reads, as they say, pre-snap, so to speak, to kind of figure out what
direction to go with it. That's correct. Where to go with the ball. So if you can run it to the bottom, but you got 3 guys to block 3. So 3 guys you got to do really well.
Right.
And then you're still going to be short here. So this play could go either way. We chose the boundary. Two less blocks we got to get.
Yeah, right.
That makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's the end zone shot of it. You'll see center. Okay, inside zone. Center guard are responsible for A and B gap right here. All right? And I've already illustrated those guys stepping up. But you can see the center, he helps the guard.
Yeah, then gets
downfield. And then he goes this way. Left tackle.
Those linebackers, because you run this play up the middle.
That's right. They step up the middle.
Allow you an angle to block.
That is exactly right. Exactly right. Great job by Carson. All right. He helps his buddy, Davion here, the left guard, and pushes him over. All right. Now everybody's fighting for left arm leverage. Yep. Left arm leverage. Don't let your defender go to the offensive left. That's where the ball's going. So you can see Davion, 51, left guard, left arm leverage. Christoph Atkinson.
Yeah.
Left arm leverage. Keep your feet. You shouldn't lose him. Don't grab him. All right.
It didn't get called. That's not
That's correct. I really like this.
No holding
I really like this officiating, Chris.
Yes, I see no holding.
I really like them.
So how many angles, as you guys are breaking film down, how many angles do you have? 2.
Usually it's what we call, this is a wide angle. And it's useful for all 11, and then the end zone. The O-line coaches and tight end coaches really like really like the end zone, especially when if you're an offensive player, the camera's behind the offense. If you're a defensive coach, you'd love the camera behind your defense because you can see the first step. Mm-hmm. You can see if their eyes are on the right spot. You can see a lot.
Right.
You can see a lot. Yes, really good execution. Okay,
it feels good when things.
Yeah, I wish they were all. I wish they were all like that. Okay, this is from the home opener against South Alabama. It's always great to get after a Sun Belt team.
Yeah.
All right.
They
had a really good bowl game last year, in last bowl season. They beat Eastern Michigan. This was a big game. Okay, we're doing kickoff here. All right, so let me look here. Okay, this is the opening. Let's see, opening kickoff. So no, we didn't. I was going to say, well, we must have scored.
We must have scored. We can say that.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm good.
What are some responsibilities? These 10 men that are lined up. Obviously, I know what the kicker's supposed to do. He's supposed to boot that, but he has. Like, I assume you have different places he's supposed to kick it, right?
Yeah, we do. We try to place kick depending how good the returner is. I'm going to say, like we played at Kentucky 2 weeks ago, number 7. I can't think of last name is maybe Brown, but number 7.
We're not kicking.
No, do not. He catch if he catches a ball, our kicker Gianni is going to get a stern talking to on the sideline.
Please don't do that again.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, or else I'm going to find somebody.
We'll find somebody who doesn't.
Yeah, do not kick the ball to 7. All right, so that has a lot to do with it. The wind has a lot to do with it. You got a little tailwind. Our guys, Gianni's good enough to kick the ball in the end zone, take a touchback.
So you'll take that every time.
Yeah, we'd take it every time. Yes, that is correct. That's correct. So the kicker's got a job, and it is very important in every game, okay, on field position. Now, the 10 remaining guys, everybody's got a lane. They got a lane, okay, without getting too technical. And someone's going to have contain. All right, then you're going to have three or four of those guys, usually that are inside the hashes, that have to go down there and put their body in harm's way. Full speed and run through somebody violently, low to the ground, and not get knocked off your feet and go make the tackle. All right. And so this is, a great one here. In this game, we had 3 tackles on kickoff with our kickoff coverage team inside the 20. And that is the first time in my time, probably as a football coach in 36 years, that's happened.
Wow.
I'm certain that here in Ohio, 3 times inside the 20, that's a big time.
Yeah.
All right. And so I'd referenced it in the post-game presser. It's really great. But you're going to see guys like, okay, Austin Brawley, Massillon. Okay, we give Jaegers, all right, on this. Coach Faunus, our special teams coordinator, we watch our get off. Okay, so get off is the kicker is right there's his right foot, and he's just fixing to make contact with the ball. Mm-hmm. We want everybody just like Austin Brawley. We want everybody.
Perfect, right?
Yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah.
That's good. Not good.
Right.
Not good. But I'm going to say right now, this guy's he's contained safety and tank here at the bottom with his depth off the ball or off this line. He's contained here. Okay. So their assignment with these 2 guys may be holding them from pushing the line, but you want all your defenders right on the line, like Austin Brawley. And I will say this, not to pick on Austin, but this last game against Akron, he was over the line. And the fishing crew, they called it. Yeah. So you don't want that. But you want to, you want to kill a fly with an axe.
Yeah.
You want your foot behind the line.
Yeah. And it just speaks to the amount of practice.
Yes.
Something that seems not that important to the casual fan.
Very important.
It is very important, the difference between being on the line or being a yard off the line.
Absolutely.
That makes a difference on how quickly you can get to the next play and how much time this guy has to make a read.
Correct. That is correct.
Those things matter.
So they're sprinting, all right, and back to the Jaeger, okay. We chart first guy down, all right. We give a Reese's cup, a candy bar, all right. We call it a Jaeger.
Good for him.
So the first, and we chart it every. If we kick off 5 times in a game, there's 5 guys are going to win a Jaeger. Yeah. Some guys win a couple. But Austin Brawley, first one down, that's great. Okay, now you can see here comes. I got to throw my body in harm's way. You're going to see a lot of that. There's one. Right there.
Yeah.
There's a couple. There's one. You got to get off blocks. Okay. Nobody gets on brawls. He comes in, bang, bang. Yeah. Doesn't quite get on the tackle, but great job. We got a lot of guys around the ball right there. That's very
incredible.
That's on the ball is caught at 2 yards deep in the end zone, and the return guy only got the ball to the 14-yard line. Yeah. If we did that every time, we'd lead the country by a mile. We would lead the country by a mile. That's not always the case, but that certainly was 3 times in this game. Here's an end zone shot of it. Boy, isn't that pretty? Look at that.
Beautiful.
Huh? Wow. Pretty good kick placement. So he's catching that ball, as you see, 1 to 2 yards deep. Yeah. All right. There's Austin coming in there.
Yeah, and your guys are getting down. They're not only fast, but like they're avoiding, like they're just not running into people. They're not settling for being blocked. They're just resilient.
They got that want to.
Pursuit to the football.
That's exactly right. That want to, that pride. We're playing at Frank Stolich Field. All right. Tony Matthews from Georgia, true freshman, right there. Austin Brawley from Massillon, I talked about. Stellan Bowman from Michigan, true freshman. Number 30. Watch him right here, all the way down. True freshman. And Tony.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my fault. Sorry. Wrong button. That happens quite frequently. And I don't always say. I say other words. I say other words in awe.
I understand.
But it's hot right now. The mic's hot, so I better watch out. But I'm going to get back here to Stellan, number 30.
Yeah, their ability to converge on the football is amazing.
Great job right there. Jay Crable. I think, let's see, up around Akron. I can't think of the high school right now. I'm brain dead. But really good job of getting off blocks. And
that's like a 60-yard sprint into a collision.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Like, it's like driving a car going 16 miles an hour into a brick wall. Yeah, that's what it is. That's only one time. I mean that's what football is, man. That's what it is. Okay, then here's a play from our defense this past game against Akron, which our defense had an unbelievable game. Held Akron to minus yards rushing, first time since 2006, which I can't believe that we did it. I was here in 2006. I've been here 20 years. I don't remember that. That's hard to do. Holding an offense, that many. Absolutely. That's hard to do. They had minus 27 yards rushing. In college, if you gain yards rushing, but you lose them if you get a sack. Mm-hmm. NFL's different. NFL they don't keep stacks that way. Right. Okay, but in college they do. All right. So anyway, again, outstanding performance by our defense. Also, Akron was 0 for 11 on third down, which is they never converted a third down. So, which I don't know if it's ever happened here before, but it must have, because no one said that's a record. So I'm still shocked. But they are 0 for. So that's just a great job.
So what is this defense?
So right here, the actual call, I just know, I'm going to tell you, talk in terms of coaching. It's 4th down and 7 right now. All right.
Yeah, so we got the down and distance up there. So we have, looks like 2 safeties.
Yeah, two high safeties. And I'll say this now, where we are in the game right now, and where the ball is, what the score is. Okay, I would think Coach Hauser's treating this as we're ahead, and he's probably called something off his 3rd down call sheet. Right. All right. And I haven't asked him that, but I did ask him what's the best play, what to use today, because there's so many against Akron. Yeah. He said, "Oh, that's an easy one." He picked this one. All right. So, but back to the call, I would assume this is the same call that he has for 3rd down too. All right, because we're not behind. Right. Whereas if we're behind, need the ball back, we might be a little bit more aggressive. Mm-hmm. All right. So he calls a 3rd down call, and we have probably what we call our posse group on the field. Posse. Okay. So that means posse means I want my fastest guys. I mean, the four down defenders, who's the best in the 10-yard dash? They can get off blocks and get vertical. Yeah. And because it's pass rush. It's 4th down. It's a passing situation.
We're not expecting Akron to run the football.
No, not on 4th, especially on 4th down. Right. So it's get after the passer. Mm-hmm. And so he's going to have every defense coordinator has a 3rd down package. Okay, it's 3rd down. We're taking away 40 plays from Ohio, because we're not going to run inside zone on third down and long. Right. So now the call sheet for the offense coordinator is this big. So Akron's call sheet's this big. John's call sheet's the same, mm-hmm. because of the down and distance. So we have posse group, 11, and it's pass rush guys. All right. Now, as you said, Coach, 2 high safeties. All right, that's big. You got to have the ability in defense to show 2 high mm-hmm. Before the snap, and at the snap it stays 2 high, and then you have to have the ability where it shows 2 high and the ball is snapped and it goes to 1 high. All right, and then vice versa. You have to have the ability to show it's 1 high, like the first clip against Syracuse was 1 high, right? And the ball snapped and it stayed 1 high. So because the safeties a lot of times when you're throwing the ball tells the quarterback what side to be on, who the ball is going to go to, based on the safeties alone. All right, so there's 2 high safeties. It's 4th down here. All right, we probably don't need to be pressing here with Roman and the boundary on 4th and 7.
Is that his decision or your decision?
I'm going to say I know at least one time in this game Roman was pressing and we were in a too high shell. All right, and John was upset with Roman. He shouldn't have been pressing. And it wasn't 3rd down.
Yeah.
So Roman kind of used that. Hey, it wasn't 3rd down. It was whatever. He said, I know, but it was, they're behind and it's a throwing situation. Yeah. That was the dialogue. Okay. And so, I'm going to say this. I will say this. I think here also in this coverage, Roman is dead. He's dead correct. Because watch the boundary safety. This formation is three receivers to the field, 1 to the boundary. So we have got a call here where the boundary safety is looking at number 3. That's right.
Right there. Okay.
That's correct. So you can see Dustin, he's looking at the tight end. So that puts Roman 1-on-1. So, Roman has to he has to play lockdown right there. All right. So Dustin is looking, helping on the tight end. All right. So we're in a pretty good spot here. All right. Roman's got to catch up here. Now, what makes this great is the call. All right, from the front. All right, this is Marcel here. Marcel Burgess Walker. All right, and he is a defensive end for us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Not in a defensive end position right now.
That is correct. All right, so this is our 3rd down package. We walk Marcel around in either A-gap, either the A-gap, front side A-gap, or the backside A-gap. Okay, if with the ball in the right hash here. And Marcel at the snap, we have calls. Marcel's going to rush the passer from right here. He is going to pick the center, and they're going to run some fancy twist.
Mm-hmm.
All right, or he's going to take 1 step out and bounce out. Okay, and I think this is the one where he bounces out, and he is technically containing the quarterback. As this call is telling these 2 defensive ends, Ben McAdoo here, and Bradley Weaver. All right. Hey, if you can beat your tackle by going inside, do it. Because Marcel's going to pop out of here, and he is going to scrape around to contain the quarterback. Ben is going to go, I think, 1 or 2 steps forward and then beat the tackle's cross face and have a free shot at the quarterback. That's going to flush him. And this is by design. By design.
Yeah.
And Marcel is going to, there it is. He's spying. So for the flush. There's the flush. The tackle gets beat. All right. Marcel comes scraping hard. The quarterback says, I can't outrun him. He's got to pull up and find somewhere to throw the ball. Covered. It's 4th down and 7. There's the 1st down marker.
Right.
He gets the ball out. We have a clean hit on the quarterback. We had 12 hits on the quarterback in this game. 12. Oh. We charred him. That's not counting sacks. Right. Just hits. All right. So this is a big thing right here. If you get a hit in the quarterback, legally, I'm going to throw that in there, legally, because there's times where, they protect him. And I get it. I agree with it. But you want to get hits on the quarterback. If he's looking around, where's the pass rush? He's not looking down that somebody's open, right? And so it's very vital to get hits on the quarterback. So this is a great execution of flushing the quarterback by design. And then Marcel doing his job greatly. Don't lead with your crown to your helmet.
Right.
All right. The ball's out. Okay. Catch the ball. 4th and 7. There's Shea. There's the 1st down. Make the tackle. We're off the field.
Yeah. And that's what you see NFL's defenses do so well. Right?
Yes.
Like they're excellent at giving up 5 yards on 4th and 7.
That's right. You take it all that's exactly right.
They'll let you have that all day.
All day long.
Because the goal is to get the ball back.
That is right.
And you can complete that pass. But your guys did such a good job. I mean, those other receivers, I mean, he didn't have time to throw it, but it wouldn't have mattered how much time you had. There was nobody open.
That is exactly right.
Your guys did a great job.
But you can see Marcel right there. He's sitting there spying the quarterback.
And it gives this guy the freedom to try to make a move. And he does. He makes an awesome move.
Yes.
And as you said, he flushes him and then pursuing the quarterback, getting a hit on him, and then making sure that on this catch, this guy doesn't turn it upfield and get 5 yards.
Absolutely.
We're there on the catch, and I can understand why you guys like that play. That's a
great. That's a great, really 3 good clips against three opponents.
Yeah. It's a good job of understanding the sit time, down and distance here in the games, right? Yep. Like you have to understand down and distance and what you're trying to accomplish, and you're trying to get off the field, and you guys did just that.
Yeah, it was again. There's more. You got to be book smart. to play the game, and then you got to be just a physical tough ass too. I mean,
and you have to work. Like your sport is unique in that it doesn't matter how good a player is. You need 11 guys doing that job. I thought you did a good job of illustrating that. Whether it was the kickoff, like how important it is for the kicker, which we all see as the most important spot.
Ooh, yes,
but also those guys that are running and have the containment responsibilities and the job to get there first. And we see your you guys run the option to the short side, and we're like, hey, great job, touchdown, running back. But man, when you see that back view and you see your linemen getting upfield and blocking those linebackers and your receivers blocking 20 yards downfield, blocking a guy out of bounds and things of that sort, you really get an appreciation for how many guys have to do their job to have success in your game versus even basketball to an extent. One guy can carry you a long way in basketball. That's not the case in football.
Right.
You need all 11 guys to do their job. And I think obviously on these edits I did, I think from your time here, you've been very much a team-oriented guy, and you could tell that that's important to you, and you can tell when your guys play that it's important to them. And I think that probably attributes to as much success as anything.
I appreciate you saying that, but it is a great team sport. Now we'll take great players. We'll take
Caitlin.
We'll take Caitlin Clark. We'll take her. We'll take her. Right, Angela Reese. We'll take either one of those. Right?
Absolutely.
We'll take Jamar Chase.
Yeah,
you Joe Burrow
for sure.
But there's the skill set and the intelligent piece of it, and then doing your job. Do your job. If it's a set a firm pick. Set a firm pick.
Yeah.
Do your job. And I mean, on the option play, this past game against Akron, 3rd down and 6 or 7, ran the same thing. The defensive end kept feathering, and Parker faked the pitch and ducked it for a big first down. And so
and again, that's down in distance. Right?
Oh yeah,
we need the first down. We might pitch it and get the touchdown, but we need the first down.
We got to get the first down.
Then we get 4 more downs to kind of be disciplined enough to take what you need to get, whether it's on offense or defense. And I think you guys have always done that well.
Thank you very much. Enjoyed it.
That was good. Thanks, Tim.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. That was good.
You bet.